It's official. It looks like Apex Legends is doing extremely well. As of right now, I think the game just came out on Monday, so it's only been on the market about 3, 4, 5 days now. And this game has a user base of upwards of 10 million users, and that is flat out phenomenal for a game that just came out. And you have to take in consideration as well, this type of genre is very crowded at the moment. We have things like, of course, the very successful Fortnite, which is pretty much on everything. And then we have games which are kind of dying like PUBG, and then we also have the newly released Call of Duty Battle Royale mode in Call of Duty, of course, and then we also have the upcoming Battle Royale from Battlefield 5. Yes, Battlefield 5 is getting its own Battle Royale, but since that game hasn't really perceived all that well, and people kind of have mixed feelings about that game, and it's more or less doing worse than what expected, I don't know how well that Battle Royale is going to do when that officially comes out on the market. Honestly, for me personally, I'm kind of surprised that Apex Legends did come out on the market and it's doing as well as it is. You would think people would be kind of tired of this genre, or this genre's already been too flooded, or people already stuck to Fortnite, but you can see people are just loving the Battle Royale games. I think one thing to take note about the Battle Royale games is a lot of them are free to play, so it does help that some of these Battle Royale games are free to play. You look at Fortnite, you look at Apex Legends, free to play is always a good business model just because, well, it gets more people talking about your game, it gets more people playing your game, and then on top of that, I think these free to play games can do phenomenally well when it comes to actual money and actual profit just because, well, it's free to play. A lot of people who play your game don't mind throwing in a couple bucks here or there. That's usually how it goes when it comes to these free-to-play games. I'm honestly quite surprised that Apex Legends is doing phenomenally well. And I'm not also too surprised that I heard that EA never really announced it before Apex Legends came out. They pretty much just dropped Apex Legends right away. So there was no talk about it before the game came out. I guess you really can't blame EA because EA games always get perceived kind of bad. And there's been some bad practices with EA and the company. You look at, for instance, Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 was a big, massive disaster for EA, and they put so many loot boxes in that game, they had to pretty much remove them from the game, and there's been some very bad practices, and now the upcoming Anthem game is kind of a questionable situation for that, so I can see why they didn't want people kind of backlashing the whole, oh, it could be another Battle Royale game, how is this game going to be perceived, and things like that. Honestly, I think another reason why this game is just doing so well is because it's not using its own engine, it's actually using the Titanfall engine. If you ever play Titanfall, then you're pretty much going to feel right at home when you play Apex Legends. I think that's why some people like this game. It does really feel like a polished product, although there's only one mode in the game, and this game does actually stand out from the crowd, so maybe I can see why people are gravitating towards this compared to other Battle Royale games. A lot of Battle Royale games, you just drop down, you get guns, and you try to demolish people on the field, but this one's strictly team-based. You're playing in teams of 3, and on top of you playing in teams of 3 when it comes to Apex Legends as well, it is kind of like a hero-based shooter because you are getting classes just like you would get in Overwatch or Paladins and things like that, so I can see this is kind of a new mixture. A lot of people like the whole strategy-based tactics or principle of this new Battle Royale. It's not a single player, it's actually teams of 3, and I can see why a lot of people like this game. This game just feels very polished. It's using the Titanfall engine. Titanfall games are very good, yes. We all know Titanfall 3 kind of failed, but overall, that engine is a very good engine. So if they were going to make a Battle Royale, I guess it's okay to kind of use that engine, I guess, but it kind of makes sense they were going to use that engine anyway since Respawn was behind this whole project, so it kind of makes sense that they would want to go with the Titanfall engine. The gunplay is very fun, the combat's very satisfying. Overall, this game is a very good Battle Royale, so I don't blame people. This game just came out. We'll have to see and wait how long this game is actually going to last or actually going to do, because this game only been out on the market for like 4 or 5 days now, so it's really hard to tell how successful this game is going to be in the future. This game could definitely drop off, but I don't see it dropping off anytime soon. I could actually see a lot of the fan base for Fortnite actually moving over, and I actually see a lot of new people who never played at Battle Royale may actually be interested in Apex Legends, just because Apex Legends is a very good game. It's free to play, and some people don't like the art style of Fortnite. You know, Fortnite's more cartoony. Another thing people may not like about Fortnite, which they want to check out Apex Legends. If you look at Apex Legends compared to Fortnite, Fortnite looks a little bit more kiddie, cartoony, like I said, and then that game looks more gritty, more realistic, looks pretty much what I'm saying is more hardcore than what you get with that. Sure, there's things like Call of Duty Blackout, which is going for that realistic, more gritty, hardcore vibe. But the thing is, that thing costs money to play. You ain't playing that for free. So the next best option, if you want more of a hardcore, gritty, battle royale type game, is going to be Apex Legends, because Apex Legends, of course, is free to play. So it's just pretty good news that Apex Legends is doing phenomenally well for the first 4 to 5 days. I guess it goes to show you that the gaming industry is you can clearly see, is not done at all with these battle royale games. They're just a perfect mix of good multiplayer time on a video game. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from MyTech News, signing out. Boop.